Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of G&A Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Doobie-Doo, and we are joined here with...
Sobroni.
And today we finally say goodbye to summer and all of its summer animes and whatnot.
Summer has come and gone.
I know.
Save for a few shows.
I hope you had a wonderful summer, and I hope you enjoyed this anime season.
I have.
Yeah. It was
especially last week's Fate Apocrypha episode.
Oh, right. I hope you guys enjoyed Flaming Silver Oni as much as I have.
God damn, there's no Fate Apocrypha this week either, so I can't redeem myself.
Yes, so guys, hold on to your resentment for as long as possible, just like me.
Continue to hate me for just one more week, guys. And then maybe Fate Apocrypha will have a really great episode and everybody can love me again.
Never. No. Absolutely not. Alright, let's get started with the last episode of Kakegurui.
Yes, and this is actually an anime original episode, and I remember everybody being all uptight because they were like, oh, it's going to be anime original ending, no season 2, it's going to end. But it was actually really well done. I love this ending.
I like it if it means a season 2.
That's why I love the ending, because it was anime original, but it was like strongly hinting at a season 2.
Like, that's the only reason why I'm not upset about it, because then I was like, wait, it's a draw.
Well, but then I expected a draw, to be fair. That was really predictable, but I would take the draw over the no season 2.
Yeah, me too. That's literally the only reason why I'm okay with it is because it's preluding to season 2.
Exactly. And also, props to you. You were right about the twins.
I fucking called it.
You were right. So, Vice President is a twin.
Mm-hmm. Either that or it's her, like, scary older sister that I don't want to think about.
So, that was interesting. Also, little girl student council, was it Runa? Got some screen time.
Yeah. Oh, God, her crazy face was great.
Yo, when she was standing on top of the chair to get her height.
Over the fingernail girl.
Yeah, just to get height on her. I'm like, yes. I guess it's like a prerequisite to be like a crazy bitch when you're in the student council.
Yeah, pretty much. Excuse me. Also, shout out to Suzui because he was actually really cool this episode.
Yes.
Like, that line he had before picking a card.
Also, it's probably the closest thing to sex we're ever going to get in the show between Suzui and Yumiko.
Him picking the card is the closest thing we'll ever get to sex between Suzui and Yumiko. Because she just came all by herself.
Gambling sexual.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a smart decision to not pick the fingerprinted card.
Yeah, and I love how they never showed you what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yes, even more element of mystery. You'll never know. It's like fucking the briefcase in Pulp Fiction.
Exactly. Also, it was very, like, this game was, like, this is a very, like, interesting card game because it's, like, it's literally just luck-based.
Yeah, this pure luck. I love that it was quick. Like, I was worried that because it was like one episode, they weren't going to get a good game in. But I like how it was like, oh, just really super quick game. But it still didn't feel rushed. It felt like a good game. It wasn't just like, we're going to decide this on rock, paper, scissors. 1 round of rock, paper, scissors or something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is like a legitimately good game.
Yeah, tarot card reading is interesting because, you know, the guy that I'm dating, he's very into tarot cards, so I don't know, maybe I'll show him like what happened and maybe he can like explain the significance of the cards.
Well, I'm pretty sure the significance of like judgment self-evident.
Yeah, but you know, those people who delve into like the witchcraft and tarot cards, it's always like 10 more layers with them.
Yeah, and this show it does go deep a few times, so maybe there is something there.
Yeah.
I miss Yumiko. I'm gonna miss the crazy insanity of Kakegurui.
Me too.
Oh, these characters were so good. I loved Mary and Fingernail Girl's interactions with each other.
Yeah. Like they were all like freaking out when he said that. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like as if they were along with the audience. He's like, "Oh shit! Did you hear what he just said? Oh my god!"
I want to see this cast like grow and do more shit together and like team up and fight other student council shit. Oh, it's gonna be, I hope there's a season 2. I really do.
I mean, I don't know what's going to happen in season 2 because you heard at the end she dissolved the student council.
Yeah, she dissolved the student council. It makes me think it's like, I'm dissolving the student council, and in its place, I'm fucking promoting myself the dictator of the school.
Exactly. She's like, I'm just running everything myself now.
Yes, I now will control everything. And then maybe we'll get like some of the student council, ex-student council people on Yumeko's side for revenge or something. I don't know. There's potential there.
We'll see. So yeah. Rating? What do you rate this?
Go with an 8. A solid 8. It was really surprising how good it was, and yeah, it's better than it had any right to be.
Well, between the two of us, I still want to remain the Paula Abdul of both of us, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
No, because I really liked it.
Yeah, I know. It was really, really fucking good. Like, I knew it was gonna be, well, based on the trailer and everything before we picked it, I was like, alright, it's probably gonna be good. But no, this is legitimately like up there with Fate of Apocrypha and all that shit about how good it is. It's really
exactly. It's like if you imagine those like few crazy moments of Higurashi, but it's like, okay, imagine that, but it's like that's the entire anime.
Yeah, it's like if you take all the crazy moments from Higurashi or Death Note or something, and we're like, let's cut out all the filler part of that, and just every episode just crazy shit happens. Then yeah, which is why I loved it so much. Yeah, it still managed to be coherent and interesting.
Yeah. So, very well done, Kakegurui. We'll miss you. Please come back for the season 2.
Yes, please.
Yes. And with that, let's move on to the next one. I actually don't have...
It's Hitorimi, My Hero.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Oh, wow. We're skipping right to the... Oh, and Hajimete no Gyaru's done. Okay, so yeah, you're right. This was actually really close to being my anime of the week. Like, only because I was so satisfied with how this ended. This anime, as a whole, I know I'm slightly biased because it's BL, but like, this anime just does romance very well. It does it
I'm glad that they didn't do the I thought they were going to do like a chase for the whole episode. Like it was just going to be Kosuke chasing Sadagawa around. I'm so glad they didn't.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be like, we're all just like far away from each other for like the entire episode. And then like in the last 2 minutes we meet up and then like we kiss and everything's fine.
Yeah, that would have been super cliche.
That would have been super cliche, but they didn't do that, and I love that. And it was, oh my god, I love this anime so much. This is literally like, I think this like even dethrones Sekaiichi.
Was that your former favorite BL
I think
show?
Sekaiichi Hatsukoi. I think that used to be my favorite BL. I think this might trump it. Like, cause it was just so well. Like, the ending was just so good.
I loved how it kept its charm. Like the last scene. With
the last scene,
ring.
Yes, that's what sold the ending for me. Yeah. That's what sold it. Like, at first I didn't even have time to like be like, oh, engagement rings. This is so over the top. And then he tried putting it on the ring on his finger, and it didn't fit. It's just so awkward. Then just like that, they literally a minute before they were both crying in each other's arms, and then it's like, oh, here's this engagement ring, and then it doesn't fit, and it goes immediately to humor.
Yeah, the way that the tone shifts in the show between humor and like drama is really good. Like there's never too much melodrama where it's like, no, because they always manage to like mix in a bit of humor here and there. So
yes,
I really appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I loved how, like, you know, instead of sorry, and Kosuke, instead of just like just being far away and being like, oh, I guess it's over, yada yada yada, he actually like went to go find Sadagawa and was like, hey,
Yeah.
like he wasn't so ready to just let him go.
I also really liked how, well, maybe it wasn't for much, but the mom did show up and like sort of kind of help and then left. So I don't know. That gives me some relief that they didn't just leave the mom hanging.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, like, I don't know. This episode, I just think they made Kosuke's... Is it Kosuke or Kensuke?
Kosuke.
It is Kosuke, right. They made Kosuke really good this last episode. Even, like... Because it's like they showed his weakness, but in a way where it wasn't, like, you know... It wasn't not... Like, he showed true weakness. Like, in most BL anime, they show, like... You know, the quote-unquote the passive one, like always crying and yada 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 and like sad and whatnot, and like any problems that like the quote-unquote top would have, he would just be all like, oh, like this is just like kind of like a weird flaw of mine, but it's not like, or like if he showed any kind of like emotions, it would be like in a very dysfunctional way. Like,
yeah,
that, but it also comes off in a way where he still has like shows superiority over like his lover, and I always hated that. Like, I always hated that because that's not how gay relationships work. Like, both, like, one day, this, regardless of who's like the top or the bottom, one might be feeling really sensitive and crying, and next day the same thing could happen to the other person. And I think this anime did a really good job this episode showing that kind of weakness that he can have. You know, when he's like, oh, I'm so glad you said that you loved me, and he started to like cry. It's like, like, yes, you're not some, I don't know, I feel like it always shows from the point of view of like the more like of the bottom, and as if like getting or breaking through the tops, like whatever he's thinking, or breaking through his trauma, it always seems to be like the goal at the end. But this anime, it seemed like it was like on level playing fields, where we just watched them get together, essentially.
Yeah, I think that this, outside of Kensuke, I think that this show did a good job of creating believable characters and likable characters.
Kensuke.
Kensuke aside.
Yeah. I'm definitely like, I am Hasekawa and Hasekawa is me. Like, I'm like, ugh. I don't want to be friends with you because I think you just be like a mean bitch all the time, but like, I respect you and everything that you're about.
Yeah. And I guess rating?
Okay, I'm gonna give 2 ratings.
What are the 2 ratings for? You're evolving beyond Paula Abdul?
No. Because, okay, versus all anime.
Oh, you're really segregating it, like, versus all anime versus all other BL.
Yes, I am, because I feel like I have to, because this one is such a standout one from all the rest of them.
Fine.
Like, so for normal score, I give it... I give it a... I give it a 7.5.
7.5? Alright. And for just in against BL.
Other BLs, 9.
Okay, fair enough. I was just gonna give it a 7 across the board.
Yeah.
So I guess we're in sync with that.
Well, it's not like you can compare it to all the other BL anime that you haven't watched.
Compared to all the other BLs that I've always watched. No. But yeah, no, I think it was because I'm only comparing it to other romances, and I think as far as romance goes, it was really competently done and way above average. It had actual development in their romance and all that. So yeah, I wish it would have been a little bit longer. Like, I think it really could have made more of 24 episodes.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Yeah, it was so good. Like, I don't know. I feel like an anime like that, I think it would have gotten a higher score if they also explored like the relationship between Kensuke and Hasekawa. I think if they thoroughly explored that relationship, it could have been easily an 8.5. Yeah, that's okay. I still love it. This is such a great BL anime. People who love BL and you haven't watched this anime, watch it. So good. So good.
Speaking of good, episode of the week?
No.
No. Oh shit. Well, my episode of the week, and it is Centaur no Nayami's final episode.
No, this is also, like, this is tied for second place with Hitorimi, My Hero.
Ooh, I'm curious what got first place. I think I know what it is.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty obvious at this point.
Yeah. So, Centaur no Nayami. This was the best way that they could have ended the show.
Yep. Absolutely. Like, 100%.
Just two random segments that are, like, totally off. Like, not even random, like, they were too random, but just, like, slice of lifey, like, why are we watching these episodes type of episodes.
Yep.
So much humor, so much cuteness.
Yep, like first of all, the first scene where they show do you remember the scene where they show like a little like rat with a man's face?
Yes.
Running by. Okay, so I know you are like scared of bugs, but if I ever saw that in real life, I'd kill myself.
The monsters in this episode were legitimately creeping me out. Like the first monster that showed up, I'm like, that's kind of creepy.
I didn't even care about the monsters. It was just a rat with a man's face. I would literally just like jump off a building. Like that's literally like Attack on Titan, but they took the Titan's face and put it on a rat. Yes. Like nope, I don't want to. I'm ready to die after that.
The whole first half was like, well, first off, the first half I think wasn't my favorite half. I think so.
I think it was. It was for me because it had Ebi-chan in it, and she was.
Oh my god! Victory dance.
Victory. Yay! And then she's like, "What are you doing, victory dance? Is it working?" And then later, she dances again, and she's like, "Wait, you can do that as a dancer? Oh, I'm actually a priestess." Like. Oh my god. I fucking love Ebi-chan. Like,
yes, she's so great.
She's easily my favorite character in this whole series. Like, easily.
I loved Kyoko's little, like, magic.
To cast a fire spell? Jesus Christ. Like, take the chicken and squirt something out of it.
Did she have to, like, she squirted something out of the chicken. She has to make, like, a magic circle, and everybody's in the background, like, getting molested and or attacked. And she's like, wait. Takes me a while to cast my spells.
So yeah, they were like, definitely making fun of like the whole trope of using magic and like the dance and whatnot in a way that was really funny. Oh,
and of course the bikini armor. They all had like the most scantily clad armor.
That was getting dissolved by etchy slime monster.
Whatever little armor that they had is already getting dissolved by slime monster.
Is this like the only episode with like fan service?
I think this is the only episode with outright just like fan service for the sake of fan service. But even then, it's kind of like a parody of fan service.
Exactly. Like, oh no, this monster doesn't do anything. It's just gonna leave you in sexual positions for a while.
All it does is put you in sexual positions, apparently. You're fine. It doesn't eat you. And then the Mitama part.
Oh my god. First of all, she looked great in that outfit.
Yes. It really did fit her. Fits her character.
Yeah. And then we find out the best reveal that, like, I was expecting for it to be a video game that we were playing, but then it turns out that it was just the lesbian ram that wrote it. And I'm like, that somehow makes it so much better.
Yes. She had a couple of good scenes in this last episode. I actually did you know in the second half when the what was it? Ebby, not Ebby. It was she said something. It was some sexual joke.
I didn't get it. Could you explain that to me?
I forgot what it was now. I forgot what she called it.
She's like,
Ekiben. They were like, oh, Ekiben style. So I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. So I had to look. I actually had to do some research and Google search this. So Ekiben means what the first girl said. It was like, oh, that's the lunch that they serve in trains when you go to a train station, which is what it literally means. But it's also slang for having sex while standing. So, yeah.
Legas.
Yeah, that was the obvious meaning first girl was going for.
Oh my god, I love her. Oh no. And then the whole arm wrestling tournament. Oh my god, that was great. He made the entire time she's like, why are we arm wrestling?
Yeah, why are we arm wrestling?
And no one answers her. And so Ronnie brought up early in the conversation that he was like, oh, it's like very meta. Like, I find it very meta because it's like, why are we doing this? Like, it's like the same question of like, why are we watching this?
Yeah, it's like the same question the audience is having the whole time. Like, why? Like, what's the point of this? Is this building to something?
Exactly. And there's arm wrestling.
Just arm wrestle to arm wrestle.
I love how at the very end, like, Hime, like, she's trying to like maintain her femininity by like, you know, throwing the match on purpose. She's like, oh, I lost.
Yeah.
Especially when like people start like saying stuff, they're like, oh my gosh, she has the strength of an ape.
She's like a gorilla.
Yeah, like a gorilla. I'm like, Jesus. I feel so bad for her.
I do. I feel really bad for her. And even at the end, Mitama was making fun of her weight.
Exactly. She's like, oh, I had to, don't feel bad, I had to pick up Shino, who's like 3 times the weight of like your sisters. And then she's like, huh, I have no idea how much you weigh now.
Yes. This was like the perfect ending episode. It wasn't heavy. It went back to the roots of like, it's still also a slice of life comedy about these girls, and it played off of the fact that you're expecting something important to happen. It was like, nah, just chill, relax, cool episode.
This is literally like this is like an Academy Award winning slice of life show.
Yes, this is like a deconstruction fucking of the slice of life genre, and it's so fucking good. Oh, man.
It's really amazing. I mean, can we just go into ratings right now?
Yes, let's go
9.
into ratings. Yes, same 9.
I give it a 9. It was actually really so good. It was like, first of all, that's a 9 from Silver Oni, so you know
that's like,
that means something.
That's like a 10 from everyone else.
Exactly. Well, except for me, apparently, but
but yes, no, 9's great.
It's literally just such a fantastic anime. Like, if you guys, like, at this point, I was literally considering, like, after we do this podcast, I'm gonna be like, quick, Silveroni, make a video analysis of it so we can get, like, a million more views.
I really want to do a video on this one, but I don't have time because it's fake Grand Order stuff. Maybe I will, though, eventually, when it's not relevant anymore.
Exactly. That's how we got popular in the first place.
Well, you know what?
Kimono Friends was done.
Maybe if this ever gets a season 2, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it won't because it's too perfect. It's too perfect. I don't think I would want it to.
That's true. I don't know. It was such a great show. If you haven't watched it, guys, just watch it. It's so fucking good.
It really, really is. We can't stop talking about how great it is because it's just such a good anime.
But unfortunately, we must move on to Saiyuki Reload Blast.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Speaking of perfect anime. So yeah, it's basically just a continued fight against the final boss, quote unquote, Nataku, the War Prince.
Yeah, which was super anticlimactic.
Yeah, essentially. What is it like? Goku hits him, but he gets back up, right?
Yeah.
And it's like starts like almost kill everyone.
Yeah,
he doesn't kill Goku.
Is about to kill everyone.
And then Sanzo calls out his name, and then Nataku is like my memories are coming back, and then cue the Kingdom Hearts music.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of just
No, I was gonna say and then he just kind of goes away.
Yeah, he just malfunctions and just goes away. And they're like, "Yay, we won!"
Which happens very early. That's the one thing that just surprised me. It happens very early in the episode. Like the fight was not that long at all.
I guess because they didn't want the fight to they didn't want to pull up a Pakpa and have the fight go on for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. They were like, "Oh, well, end of that fight."
Yeah. Let's see. In this episode, I like how Shirak, even though they've been showing it in the past episodes, she really she's like an actual, despite the fact that Sanzo is like a priest, quote unquote priest. She's an actual priest. She actually cares for these people.
Oh yeah. She actually was helping them and stuff.
Exactly, and that's something Sanzo would never do because he's Sanzo,
as proven by this episode when he just ran into the shrine to meet those monks.
Oh yeah, when he meets up with the Sanbatsushin, and he's like, "Hey fuckers, so
fuck your rules."
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna keep going. And he's like, "Don't you dare cut off the credit card.
Yeah. Keep the credit card open. Fuck you." I was half expecting, when he was finished and he had a cigarette in his mouth, he just flicks it and lights the whole place on fire or something.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well. He's not trying to kill everyone for no reason.
Really?
And then, of course, in very Saiyuki style, the season ends off with a giant fight against the horror demons.
Yeah.
Where they're kind of just talking to each other, making jokes the entire time.
Which I'm pretty sure is how it started, too.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, I guess that's a little bit of its own humor. As always.
Yeah, it's like I said, the group of demons is a running trope.
Yeah.
From forever ago. So yeah. Oh, and then the little funny scene at the ending credits.
Oh yeah, you saw that?
Yeah, where they kind of we're oh, well, I guess it's over now. Oh yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. It's just over. And then they're referring to their laundry. So I think that was a little cute tongue-in-cheek way of saying we're not done yet.
Yeah. So yeah, I think ready for overall rating?
Yeah.
I don't know how fair it is for me to rate it since it's I lack all the context of the previous season.
I know. So I know you're going to give it a shit score, and I'm just well, if you didn't see anything else.
This is my completely ignorant and ill-informed score, so take that with it. 4.
Yeah, wow, I guessed it. Wow, that's
really?
Awesome. I was it's going to be a 4. I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Good, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a 6.5 because in my opinion, it's the same element. It hasn't changed too much, but it's definitely like it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Like it's gotten better in the sense that we get to learn more about like they're just the whole anime has just been really plot driven compared to all the other series essentially. I feel like. So yeah, can't wait for the next season or series that they decide to come out with.
Yep, inevitably.
Inevitably, like in the next 10 years.
Yes. Episode 357 of G&AREVIEWS.
Oh my god, they're back, guys.
Yeah. Remember Saiyuki? What's next? Up is Hero Academia, which I'm
This is actually my episode of the week.
Yeah. It almost was mine. It really was a really good episode.
It was a fantastic, awesome, super crazy,
Just
amazing
as expected
episode.
From this fight. Like, I knew this fight was going to be the main attraction, obviously, but they outdid themselves with it.
Yep. It was just really, like, I don't even know where to start. Like, I write my notes that it's like this fight is so captivating that I'm forgetting to take notes. Like, I made a note of that.
I think I was doing something while I was watching this episode, and I just completely stopped what I was doing, and I realized what I was doing at the end of the episode, because it was just like, I couldn't stop looking at the screen.
So it was such an interesting episode, because it literally, for, like, the whole concept of forcing two people who are literally could not be any more different.
Mm-hmm. And who hate each other.
And who essentially hate each other. To literally force to work together to defeat All Might was, like, crazy. Like, excuse me. Also, I also appreciate that they didn't make Bakugo, like, for some reason, deep down, I was afraid, like, oh my god, they're gonna do something bullshit where, like, Bakugo can kind of take on All Might.
No. I mean,
but nope, that did not happen. Nope.
He did good, but he's nowhere near, obviously. Like, they did a good job of showing how strong All Might is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, a really good job.
Like, an excellent job. Like, just keep in mind, for those who watched it, all that damage and destruction and mayhem he did it while wearing weights.
Yeah, like restraining his power. And there was a lot of I love the brutality of the episode. Like, this was not.
Yeah, like he was not pulling any punches.
No, he nearly broke fucking Midoriya's spine in half,
and like almost like probably like ruptured Bakugo's like spleen with that punch. Where he's like fucking coughing up saliva.
Yeah. He like threw Midoriya into a butt. Like, there was no holding back from All Might. He literally was just like, nope, time to really train you guys.
Yep. But then they ultimately come to a decision to compromise, and they resort. Thank you. I don't know why I'm thanking you. You didn't say anything. They resort to guerrilla war tactics, essentially.
Yeah, I like how they did that too, where it was like they're not. Well, they are working together, but it's not like they all of a sudden became buddy and had a truce or something like that.
No, they probably still hate each other.
Yeah, they definitely do. It's just that their ideologies are what carried them through. Like Bakugo's "I'm never gonna lose" attitude, and Midoriya's "I'm never gonna leave someone behind, and I'm a true hero" attitude. More so than them working together.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it was weird. In a weird way, Midoriya had to like remind Bakugo of like that whole, hey, don't you want to win? At some point, Bakugo is like, I'd rather lose than to work with you.
Right.
And he's like, the fuck is that shit? So yeah, that was excuse me. That was really good.
I also like the end with the League of Villains stuff. Crazy Girl shows up, has a nice voice, good voice acting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then I love how All Might knocks out Bakugo, like, like, due to his own trauma of Deku destroying his own body.
Yes.
He's like, nope, I can't watch you do this to yourself either, so I'm just gonna knock you out.
Speaking of which, that last punch from Deku to All Might was really clutch. That was a good scene too.
Yes, the fighting was really well done, and it wasn't like I like the fact that the fighting wasn't pretty. It was very rough.
Mm-hmm. Like he said, he was playing the role of a villain, and he was like really into that role. Mike was like, "Oh, I'm a villain. I get to cause damage to the city."
I will say at first, he was slightly babying Midoriya.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because he was like, instead of just like fucking his shit up, he like just threw down a post that would stop him from leaving.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna. It actually was kind of bad because he was like, he threw down the pole on top of him, like it was like a half of a fence to like pin him in place. I'm like, oh my god, he's trying to skewer him with the fence.
Yeah, I thought he just impales him.
He's gonna impale Midoriya.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking terrifying. But yeah. No,
I was about to say rating, but no, there's more next week.
Yeah, no, there's one more episode where a certain someone just like, hey you, let's talk.
Yeah, and this couldn't set up season 3 any harder. Like the preview for the next episode is basically like, hey, the next episode may be the last one, but it's all gonna be dedicated to looking like it's gonna set up a new arc for season 3.
Exactly, which I'm super cannot wait for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So moving on to our favorite show of the year.
Thank God.
Thank God it's over.
We're done with this. Thank God it's over.
So Netsuzou Trap.
Ugh.
Pretty bad ending, I think. All things considered. Not a good ending. Not that I expected it to have a good ending or anything.
Yeah.
Yuma finally realized, oh shit, maybe Hitorimi has feelings for me after 11 episodes of her, like, fucking borderline raping me and
I know,
me.
right? Like, she, like, literally fingered my pussy at least twice.
Yeah.
But no, that's what friends do.
It was just one of those, like, everything is resolved now with a kiss type of endings where Yuma kisses Hitorimi and then all of a sudden Hitori's like, well, I don't have to worry about Fujiwara anymore. And Takeda's there, whatever, not doing anything.
Like, I'm trying to, like, keep it in the context that this is a short, but, like, man.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and maybe it's not fair of me, but I was like, alright, so this is a 12-episode short, 9 minutes, right? That comes out to roughly, like, an hour and 50 minutes, which is the length of a film. So if I were to take all these episodes and put them side by side and say this is a one anime movie. Is it good? And no,
yeah,
it's not.
No. Yeah,
it's
no.
Not.
Okay. That is a very legit point.
Because in that context, then it's all over the place. There's no real resolution. Like, the resolution comes out of nowhere. It's just, none of the characters were really developed outside. You have a cast of 4 characters. You can develop Takeda and Fujiwara a little bit more.
They could have, but no, they sent like they spent so much of it on Yuma, and it was wasted, absolutely wasted. Like literally, if I could sum it up in like one phrase of Yuma, "Doshio," like that.
Yeah, sounds about right. I kind of wish it was from Hotaru's point of view, almost. Like, I think maybe if it was the POV was switched a bit, might be a little bit better.
Yeah, like,
but not by much.
Not very much at all.
Pretty weak show overall, which is disappointing because I heard the manga is pretty good, and obviously this is totally different from the manga. This ended and the manga's still going, and this is never getting a second season or anything. It's kind of sad it was so short. I think it would have done better. I think you can't really do dramas as a short. It's really difficult to do that.
No, I feel like they could have. They just squandered their time.
Maybe, yeah.
like this drama they could have done. Like I'm telling you, they just wasted too much time with Yuma, and it's like that's what made me hate it so much. 'Cause I'm just like, oh my god, I'm Yuma, and I'm going through my feelings, and da 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 da.
Yeah, I also feel like they put a lot of repetitive stuff in. Like nearly like half the episodes ended with Yuma and Hotaru being caught in the act. Like we don't need like all the episodes to end with them being caught having sex. You know?
Yeah.
Could have had a.
Or them, or is either caught having sex or just them having sex.
Or just them, yeah. I kind of wish they had gone with what I'm looking at the Annie chart now, and like right next to it is the skirt no Naka, which is not. By the way, anyone who hasn't seen the skirt no Naka Kinamono whatever, that's not an anime. That's just a straight up hentai. I'm kind of hoping, I was wishing that they would do that with Netsuzou Trap if they're gonna do this. Because that show, I've seen a few episodes. It's literally just porn. It's not even trying to be anything else. And I don't mean like Queen's Blade is a ton of fan service type of porn. I mean like no, it's straight porn.
Well then,
maybe Netsuzou Trap should take a few notes.
Well, I guess that's one bullet we dodged just to take a knife to the shoulder. I guess
we dodged a bullet just to take a knife. Overall score?
3.
3? I'm a little bit more generous, so I'm going to give it a 3.5. I was lingering on 4 for a bit, but I'm like, the ending was just so bad, I can't. It was 3.5.
No, like I would, like just as like this moved on, like I think like the middle part really killed me, and then like the end, like
it started off decently enough. Like if it had kept on track from the beginning, like the beginning was by far the strongest part of it.
Exactly, and then kind of just like it quickly just tanked and just like.
It didn't do anything. It was like, oh, this is interesting, and then just didn't evolve from there. It was just like, oh, and then just more of that. Cool.
Great.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do with this? Nothing?
Fantastic.
Doesn't help that Yuma is not that great of a character.
Yeah, my god, it's like you focus on, like, literally any other character would have been better than you.
Yes.
God, it's like, hey, do you want a far shittier version of Kuzuno Honkai? Watch this.
Alright. Was that it?
Yes, let's bury that one and never look at it again.
Yeah. Well, I guess that concludes the majority of our shows this week.
Yep, and next week I think we're just going to finish up with what's that one? We have one more episode for Boku no Hero Academia.
Yeah. We have Hero Academia and obviously Apocrypha, which is going to continue
into the next season.
I'm trying to see if any of the winter or the fall anime are going to be up anytime soon, like in this week, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think
I guess our next podcast can be like, here's Fate Apocrypha and Boku no Hero Academia.
Oh god, yeah, that might be a
bit awkward. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, just a bit. So yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will end today's episode. If you enjoyed us saying goodbye to summer and welcoming fall, well, we haven't done it yet. We will do it soon enough. If you enjoyed it nonetheless, like, comment, and subscribe. Any last words, Savaroni?
Nope. Look forward to our fall preview soon.
Alright. Yep. Like you said, keep an eye out. And until then, we are out. Bye.
Later.